Hey, are you looking for a gift idea for a birthday or maybe even Christmas? For somebody that rides a motorcycle off-road, but you don't want that gift to sit up on the shelf and you don't really know what you're looking for and don't want to look through advertising? Well, this is the spot. We're going to go over 12 gifts that I use on almost every one of my motorcycle trips and that the person you're gifting this to will also get some great use out of. First thing is going to be Jupiter's Travels. For those that like to read while they're on the road or a little light reading before bed, Jupiter's Travels is one of the best adventure motorcycle novels that you can find in just about any bookstore or online. I got a used copy for 10 bucks. It's definitely something they'll enjoy reading. Silky Saws. They make some of the best saws, particularly folding saws that have gotten me out of jams. Removing trees from the trail or just in camp, turning big logs into small logs. Depending on the options you go with, they will run you about $50 to $75. This is the 240 millimeter blade. They do make them bigger and they do make them smaller. So definitely something I've made a lot of use out of, out on the trail as well as in the campsite. Definitely a good gift here. Rock straps. These are great. They'll attach to just about anywhere on a motorcycle. They're adjustable length. They have a plastic buckle. It's attached to a flexible piece of webbing that once it's attached to your gear, once you start moving, the gear, even though it shakes, this tension will stay in the system to keep your straps from coming loose and losing your gear. These run about $21 a pair. They do make a couple of different sizes, so the price may vary a little bit. This pair cost me 21 bucks and I use them on a lot of trips. I will even just throw them in a bag just in case I need to carry something extra while I'm on my trip. A flat pack stove, really cool option. A lot of people that ride adventure motorcycles have some version of this. This is the one made by Uberleben. This is the first generation. They have recently come out with their second generation, and it is a flat pack stove, so every side separates and then goes into a small canvas bag which packs very light and allows you to cook things using natural fuels that you can add through the side and cook with a pot. Or the new version has a grate which will also allow you to cook some smaller items like, I don't know, maybe hot dogs without a pot. These are great, and you don't have to carry any extra fuel because all the sticks and twigs will be the fuel on your trip. So all you need to do is pack the stove. The Seal Doctor. Many motorcyclists have gone through dirt and it gets up into the fork seals, and once it gets in there it starts leaking. So this goes onto the fork and twists around and it cleans out with that little hook. Either side, it will clean out the dirt so that you don't lose all the oil from your fork and ruin your fork and create a pretty costly repair. This one is made by Risk Racing, and I got it for $25 on, I believe, Amazon, but you can find them on a number of websites. They're all about the same price. 25 bucks will save you easily a couple $100 or more if you were to have a bad seal. So this helps repair, not really repair, but clean out the seals to avoid having to do a future repair. I also recommend, if you are going off the grid or outside of phone reception, that you carry some sort of GPS messenger. This one is the Garmin InReach Mini. They do make a newer version of this that'll run you about $300. You can still find the original version like this for about $230. And this allows me not only to use GPS paired with my smartphone, but also I can text anybody I want so that I can let them know I'm okay or going to be late for dinner, or maybe I need help. I've actually used this a couple of times to get a hold of my friends so they could come help me out of a jam when I got my bike stuck in a creek. So definitely something worth looking into. I recommend somebody have an ability to call for help, and this definitely does it. It has an SOS function, which most of them do these days. You open this protected cover and press and hold that button, and it will signal the authorities about your location and that you're in distress, and they will help to bring you back to civilization and save your skin. So definitely worth having. About $230 to $300 for the device, and the monthly subscription is about 12 bucks for the base subscription, and you can modify that at any time or cancel it at any time. I think most people have experienced a flat tire at some point in their time, riding motorcycles. This is the DyPlug Pro puncture repair kit. Inside the handle has all the little tools needed to fix a puncture after you remove the nail or screw or whatever it is you ran over, and get you back on the road once you air it up. These will run you about $30 to $60 for the motorcycle version. They do make a bicycle version. It just depends on what material you get. There's a stainless steel option, there's aluminum, and so the price may fluctuate depending on which one you choose, but I've used it several times to repair my tire and get back on the road, because you never know when you're gonna get a flat tire. So it's nice to have. It's pretty lightweight, and it definitely packs small, but definitely worth its weight in gold when you're stuck out there in the middle of nowhere with a flat tire. And because nobody likes to be uncomfortable when they're camping, the NO double nest hammock. They also make a single, but I like to double. It's a little bigger, allows me and my wife to use it when the two of us are camping, and it's also easier to sleep in if you're using it to sleep above ground. They come in different colors, sizes, and patterns, and they will run you anywhere from about $55 to $85 on their website. I'm not sure if you can get them cheaper anywhere else. I bought this one at REI actually, but they're awesome for the campsite. They're comfortable, and kids love them. Packed small. This will actually squeeze down much smaller, but definitely something I like having in my pannier. Even if I'm going out for a day trip, I might stop and have lunch and just take a rest. Read that book, that Jupiter's Travels I was telling you about. Camp knife. This one's kind of small. It's got a small, about 2.5-inch blade. It's made by Essie Knives. It's called the Azula. And this one does not have the handle grips on it, although you can purchase it with different colored micarta grips, which you can take off or put on if you want. I chose the stainless steel, although there are color options, and they will run about $60 and on up, depending on what options you choose. I like to go to the knifeconnection.com website or Blade Headquarters. Both really good places to get great deals on knives. It packs really small, and because it's stainless steel, it's easy to clean, it's not going to rust. I can leave it in my motorcycle pannier, and it's great for cooking or small tasks around the campsite. Packing cubes. Packing cubes are great for storing gear or just keeping your gear organized while it's on the motorcycle. I have 3 or 4 of these. Small runs you about $40 per bag, on up to the extra large for $58. I find the small and the medium to be perfect size for motorcycling, and I use it to store gear such as a pulley system to rescue my motorcycle if it gets stuck, but also other gear, and I use it on other trips too, not just motorcycle trips. It's a great way to just keep gear, clothing, electronics, anything you want to keep organized. This is made by Oat Gear, Oat or Ot. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I will leave the website down in the description. Ride BDR has been making routes for adventure motorcycle enthusiasts for years. Their maps are made by Butler motorcycle maps, and these are perfect for anybody planning a trip to do one of the BDRs. They break down each section as well as the overall route that's being traveled. It's great for planning and gives descriptions of the route as well as, mileage, gas stops, food stops, things to see, all kinds of stuff. Each one of these maps run they run $19 on the website. I'm not sure you can get them anywhere else, but ridebdr.com. Plenty to choose from, and they are perfect for planning and for while you're out there on the trail. And last but not least is the Dango camera mount. It is a sort of an alligator clip mount, and you can put your GoPro on here or other type of action camera that uses the same mount, and it has adjustability. There's about 4 different colors. They're 50 bucks. They clamp to your helmet, they clamp to your handlebars, they clamp to your desk. Just anything you want to clamp this to, it will pretty much go on there and hold your camera steady. I've used it for not just making these videos, but also filming my rides. I'll clamp it to the fork or the crash bars or the handlebars, and these are great. So some way to mount your GoPro, 50 bucks, can mount it anywhere. It doesn't require any type of special tools or anything to attach, and get some good film. All right. Well, those are the 12 gift ideas. There's definitely always more I could share with you, but if that gives you an idea of something within that price range you're looking for the person that you're trying to find a gift that's not going to sit on the shelf, I hope you found it here. If you have any questions, please leave your comments or questions down below, and I do my best to answer every one of them.